appreciate that. Oh
And we like to have fun around here.
Welcome.
What is up, gamers? How's it going?
What's up,
my
Zeke?
God.
It's my teammate, by the way.
Oh.
You know about our doubles run at
How'd
Big
you
House?
do? No.
We got top
The
33.
world, we got top 48, and
Top
then
48.
and then we got DQ'd because I had to do the reads live,
Yep.
and we'll never know how far we would have gone.
Could have easy top 8, I think.
I penciled you
would
in
say,
for 7th.
yeah,
That
Yeah.
was solid 7th place.
solid 7th
Yeah.
place. Dang, Zain Wevans.
So I know Wevans. Who's this other player?
Right. That's the question.
He's on the up and up. He actually just beat Plup in his breakout performance.
Hey, I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off because I just talked about this Bobby Scar. Did you know that's not what the phrase up and up means?
On the up and up does not mean...
No, it means like you didn't do fraud.
Yeah,
What?
apparently it means you're honest,
Yeah.
and like so-so's on the up and up. It means they're like honest and not. It's messed up. It's miserable.
That was not
But
up and up
everyone
stock.
knows what you mean when you say on the up and up.
Colloquially.
I
On the come
just
up.
learned this from Scar 10 minutes ago.
I wish that he didn't ruin the mystique of the phrase, because now I feel like my whole lexicon is just out of date.
Lexicon, good word by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of lexicons.
That one's okay. So this is the mighty Wevans from Florida.
Yeah, I just saw the match leading up to this one, and I saw Wevans destroy Luigi Kid.
Oh, no.
Which is quite sad.
No way.
Yeah.
That's impressive, but also depressing because I do love Luigi Kid.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite. We love
He is
seeing Luigi Kid back in action these days.
We do.
But also, so there was someone around who was watching that match who was a big Wevans fan and was like, I think that he has the adaptation skill if this goes to a Game 5 set against Zain to do it.
That rules.
And then Zain walked by. Zain walked by and watched Wevans and Luigi Kid, and he was like, I love fighting Samus. Then he just walked away in front of this guy, and I was like, it's done. It's actually done. And I was like, there's zero chance.
I love fighting Samus.
So one of my favorite
tough.
stat lines of all times is, I forget which tournament, somebody will post this. It's the Hugo Gonzalez versus Zain set where you can see the stock icons. Hugo 4-stock Zain game 1. Zain barely wins game 2. And Hugo 4-stocks him again game 3.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And I think if that happens to you, you devote a huge amount of your life to psychotically learning this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hugo was really good against Marth.
Oh my
he
God,
also had
yeah.
a win against PPU, or like multiple wins against PPU, I think. When
Yeah.
PPU was like, good. I don't know. But that being said, I've always felt like this matchup pretty rough for Samus.
It's hard. Yeah, it's incredibly hard.
How does Zeke, I mean, you play Marth. What does it feel like when Samus wins? Like, what does the Samus need to do to the Marth? What does it feel like when you lose the match?
I feel like the onus is on you as a Marth to just not mess up anything. I feel like Samus is one of those characters like in the same vein as like a Peach or a Yoshi, where it's like the more opportunities you have to let them counterattack you, the lower likelihood you have of winning the match. But Zain is not going to make the same mistakes that me, a lowly green Marth, who's diamond on Slippy rank, by the way.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Is going to make. So he is just going to outspace it like at every avenue, more or less. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of a gap, a player gap here in game 1, which doesn't always tell the whole tale of the set, but it's not looking great for
Wevans.
Look, if it ends up in a game 5 situation.
Yeah, I think he has the adaptation to do it too.
So we're sarcastically saying this. I watched Wevans play grab at
just power support.
That's evil of Zain to do.
Sorry, go on.
No, Wevans grab was insane. Like multiple games just going to like 205% or something like that. Wevans clutching it out. Grab finally wins game 5, but it's an absolute fight. It's a brutal struggle.
Not at this tournament.
Not at this tournament. This was at whatever one Mewtwo King come to.
Yeah.
Like Atlanta, DreamHack Atlanta.
DreamHack
Atlanta.
Dude, look at Nicky England record. He's doing my job.
He's doing a good job.
He's holding
the camera in his hands, not towards Zain at all.
That's actually not good at all. He's just
yeah,
holding it.
Just holding a camera.
No, he's holding it.
No, he's
towards
holding it like a controller. He's pointing right. You got to point the controller at them. I feel like the Samus is at some point in like 2017 just learned how to get hit in this matchup.
Yeah.
In really productive ways.
Yeah, it's almost putting yourself in a position where like you can't really stop doing what the Marth, or stop Marth from doing what he wants to do, but you could be ready to like counteract it. You know what I mean?
As the Samus, you're a tank. You can take a lot of hits.
Yeah. And I feel like in the first game, I was definitely slighting Wevans a lot, which I don't want to convey that. He's definitely here for a reason.
I mean, Wevans was ranked. Wevans is one of 2 Samuses in the top 100.
Yes.
That's
It is
correct.
Swooper and Wevans. I think Wevans is in the 80-90 range or the 90-100 range.
About.
About.
I don't know exactly. Don't put me on the numbers. Everyone thinks I know the rankings.
So, wait,
don't.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you melee stats?
Yeah.
You are melee stats. Why'd you say that like that? Why'd you say yeah? Why'd you say yeah?
I
Say it with
have
your
0% equity.
Okay.
It's very clear.
It's not, because, okay, it's like melee stats is like, you know, Wheat, Edwin, Ambi.
Yeah, that's like kind of really what it is. And then there's like, I'm there, and like a couple other people are there, and SF is there, but SF everybody loves because he posts all the
Sorry,
results threads.
SF?
SF, my goat. I don't know if you know him, Danny. Let's go melee stats, Danny. We had like a
Oh,
six-
yeah.
We had like a
I've heard.
60-person crew show up for his matches. One of the most beloved players of all time.
Well, that's hype.
And then there's Vessel, who does not, he's not part of Melee Stats. He just runs like a parody account where Vessel claims that he's won all the tournaments.
Okay.
But we like that too.
There's a lot of lore here. That one I don't know. I've not heard that one.
We're unpacking deep into the Melee Stats microcosm of the community.
Yeah.
It's an iceberg, but Wevans has always been a Melee Stats favorite. For some reason, we just talk about Wevans like going somewhere and beating everybody,
Okay.
especially Falco.
Well, there's also been like a decline of Samus. Recently. I feel like there hasn't been a lot of Samus representation since old Hugo put the gloves up.
I think it's tough because with Samus, it's just, that has always been a character, kind of like Dr. Mario, where the best players of the character swap off. They have loftier aspirations. Pleb said, you know what? I'm not trying to just be the best Samus, I'm trying to be the best guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Duck, you know, amazing player. More of a casual player these days, mostly playing Sheik.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. Sheik, some Marth.
It's funny because Marth mains are absurdly loyal when I think about it out of every character.
Marth
Yeah,
mains.
to this god awful character. They're just like trying really hard to push the envelope all the time.
Like you almost never hear of Marth being like, I gotta pick up another character. Uh-oh, the adaptation is starting.
It was basically, I mean, the last time a prominent Marth, you know, was multi-mating like that was really Mewtwo King.
He was really Mewtwo King. And everyone else is like, yeah, whatever. Fox loses one matchup to like a Ganondorf, and it's Sheik time. Because we don't need that in our
Leffen
lives.
did literally go, if you said Donkey Kong, it literally just would have been the Leffen
I
sound.
can't subtweet that bad.
Yeah, you can't
he'll
hit the, you
find
can't hit
me.
the head
I'll
on
do
the-
it. I'll do it for you.
You can't hit the nail on the head that direct.
Yeah.
Isn't it messed up that if Samus gets hit out of up B, she loses charge shot?
That is weird.
I like it.
Yeah,
And
I think so too. I think it's great as a Marth fan who has nothing to charge up.
I don't want Samus to have a charge shot ever.
Ever.
This is like Hugo saying that like we should play on 1.00 because you can't SDI Samus's up B because it does less than 1%
Yeah.
damage. And I'm like, why would Samus be better? I don't need that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This is a political battle. I understand
I've been
this
doing
very
a lot
well.
of flip-flopping on my Samus views and ideals this set. Oh my god, that was tight.
Oh!
But I'm glad we could finally let the dust settle and say that Samus kind of lame.
Samus is very... Samus is my favorite sort of evil character.
Evil character. Wait, who are the other ones? Luigi?
Like, Luigi's pretty evil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Donkey Kong's extremely
Donkey
evil.
Kong is extremely evil. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, I see where you're going with this.
But
Do you know what causes you like when you get hit out of up B to sometimes have a double jump and sometimes not have a double jump?
So
Oh,
I
Lord.
do actually. So you can not use the jump sometimes. You can actually up B without using the double jump. With some characters it's easier, with some characters it's harder.
Yeah.
And if you get hit and you come back, you can still store that double jump.
Okay.
It's a separate resource.
I thought Zain was dead, and then he jumped a second time, and I was like, "Huh, he's just magically back." I would have died certainly.
Well, he might have cheated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, how honest do we know this guy is?
That's
Right. He might not be on the up and up.
That's why you can't have more than one jump button in your controller or Z button in your controller, because that means you get 2 grabs. And maybe Zayn has 5 jumps in there that he's
I
stored
don't know
in
what
there.
you just said. I don't feel like that sentence made sense. I feel like that was a
did not.
GPT-2 generated sentence. You know?
I am reading off of the chat GPT right now.
Fox and Falco, they have an interesting one where if you do the up B without using your double jump, if you haven't blasted off, like if you're still in the fiery part and they hit you out of that, you still have your double jump.
Ah, you're right.
And the blast off, for some reason, is the thing that consumes your jump, which is, it sort of makes sense, but it feels very like intentional. Like, why did they program it that way? It's almost like they knew.
They did all of that, and then like, you know, Game & Watch is just hanging around here with...
But way more. Not, yeah. Well, you know.
He just beeps. He literally just beeps.
He beeps, so he's always beeping, dude. He's always beeping. It's to where if I was hanging out with him, I would get annoyed.
Oh,
Yeah,
good tech.
it's enough of that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. You gotta stop beeping at a certain point.
I actually think the future for Samus is somewhat bright for like a weird reason.
Okay. What's the reason?
The reason is that all of the Sheiks are giving up on life. They're just getting more and more depressed every time J-Mook does not take it home. I've seen some DMs, man. They are down abysmal. And the less Sheiks there are,
the more
Samuses.
likely it is that I unfortunately feel like Sheik is not, like, it's not like the Samuses aren't, they've got other problems than just Sheiks, right?
It's not the only one out here.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. I think Samus is an underrated character. I think some of the, characters in that region of the tier list are overrated, and I think some are underrated. I think Samus is actually underrated these days.
I think so, too.
I think Samus definitely belongs in the conversation with, like, I don't know, let's say, like, the Pikachu, Yoshi, Ices region of the tier list.
I don't see why not. It seems like the Ices are just getting better and better as we go. I don't see why Samus can't have that happen, too.
I think the one tough thing about Samus at the end of the day is that I think the higher and higher level Super Smash Bros. Melee gameplay gets, the more important it is to have like a really clearly defined win condition in any given matchup. And I feel like Samus, unfortunately for all of her strengths in like neutral and defense, she is not very win condition oriented. A lot of the time in a lot of matchups, it's just get them off the stage and continue to edge guard them.
And the tools don't set up very well from like the center of the stage to do that at a lot of percents. Whereas like Ices, I guess, does have that. Pikachu, you can argue, can set up like that.
Yep.
It's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
How is Zain doing psychologically with #1?
Horribly. It's just been, he's been waking up in cold sweats.
We're actually beefing right now, so I don't want to. Yeah, so Zain and I. He did call me Big Z the other night, though, and I did kind of like that. So we might be squashing it. We might be squashing it soon.
He called you Big Z.
Yeah, we went to what is it, House of Pizza down the street yesterday, and he was like, "What are you thinking about getting, Big Z?" And I was like, I think we've made up now. I think it's all behind us.
What's funny is you could also call him
That's
Big
what I'm saying. Dude,
I wanted you to.
I'm not the best Marth signed to Golden Guardians whose name starts with Z and whose tag is 4 letters. Do you know how fucked up that is? Do you know how insane that is for me?
Yeah, it's rare.
That is such an unlucky draw. I could have been anywhere else. I could have been #1, and here I am, and I'm in contention for #1.
This happens a lot of the time, though. Like, I'm not even the best person who lived in my 2-person house in San Diego here. My old roommate beat Bonfire with Samus today.
Dude, this stuff happens. Like, SFAT is not the best fox on the top 100 who's got a 4-letter tag that starts with SF. That's rough.
Yeah. Me and Zach are the same, by the way. I relate so heavily to that.
Right.
As a fellow top player.
I used to be roommates with Cactuar. I wasn't even the best green fox in my apartment.
Yeah. That does happen. SFAT saw me driving, or I was walking the street. SFAT was driving his Prius. And I was just thinking about this like a normal interaction.
We really are the same, by the way.
I saw a tweet that said, SFAT's trying to hit me with his Prius. This is the best tournament ever. And then SFAT sees me in the walk and is like, oh, is that Chroma? And then he starts zooming towards me.
No. Oh, it's happening.
So I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah.
But Zeke, you didn't explain why you and Zain are beefing.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Well, at the same instance, actually, at House of Pizza, I ordered a salad, and there was a big, large pizza split between him and None, the boys.
Yeah.
And I just got called Salad Boy repeatedly, got mocked for my choices, my dietary restrictions, and I just want him to take a stand. I just want him to know where we are. That being said, I'm watching the adaptation on full display here. It seems like Wevans is getting closer and closer every single game.
I think Zane's gonna have to close this one out fast, or it's over. The crowd smells blood.
Yeah, the first game is what really starts it. What if Zain loses this?
That'd be very fun.
Game
so
or set?
No, like the set.
Oh yeah.
Like, what if it happens the way that it was foretold in the prophecy?
That would
where
be
it's a game
so
5 and
hype.
it gets reverse swept.
That would be so hype, and the YouTube comments are going to be like, these guys are talking about pizza and Big Z.
One of the greatest upsets of the year.
One of the greatest upsets of the year.
No.
Oh, no, this upset is... Oh my god, let's go, Zain. This cannot be the scoring set. Our commentary is going to be blocked for eternity.
I will say this about Wevans. Sometimes you can tell the upset's coming.
Oh my god.
Swooper played Cody at Nightclub VIP, and you could tell even after Cody won game 1, Swooper was going to win. I cannot tell Wevans is going to win. So if he makes this happen...
Nobody saw a no-impact land tipper happening there.
No.
Least of all...
Except Zane's.
Except Zain. He did.
That was an early kill. Samus dying early.
Yeah.
Wow. Zain barely sneaking through there.
Hey, thank you for letting me on for the insightful Marth commentary that I was able to add. I hope that I helped digest that for the viewers.